A good night of Shabbos, Parshas Ekev, Tafshin Pei Beis. Ekev is the bottom. It's the bottom of the foot. It's the heel. It's as we're getting closer to the end of the year, closer as in like we are right there, 4 weeks away or 5 weeks away. We have to dig deeper. We have to go deeper in order to find. We have to dig deeper in order to find connection, in order to connect. It's the Ekev, it's the bottom of the foot. There's less brain over there. There's less moichen over there. Chassidus is busy with this, that the head has more brains than the legs, than the feet, because who do you put into the hot water first? Who do you send to see if the water is hot or not? So we have to go deeper. What does that mean, we have to go deeper? We just came out of the 3 weeks and the 9 days, Tisha B'Av, and we went into a place of feeling the pain, connecting to the pain of the Shekhinah. Shekhinah finally aligned with us, fully embodied. It wasn't anymore a game of trying to catch up, to keep up, and prove each other right or wrong. In other words, to Eibishter to us, so to speak, but rather it's where Shekhinah is aligning with us. It's in we mesh together. There's a certain, I'm afraid to say the word sadness, but it's a sadness. It's a cry. It's not a depression. It's a full act of avodah, of being present with the condition of body, the condition of my guf, listening to the undertone of it, because that's our natural state of being. What else can process? What other, let's just so to speak, dummy can process such high consciousness and not be completely tased, null and void? Only something that has such ego that, like, I can understand this, I can process this. So what does it mean going in deeper? What does it mean getting aligned? What does it mean getting aligned more? That means that right now we're down to the Pachim Ketanim, we're Ekev, we're at the bottom. It's the little details. But this is the trick. This is where the sod is. This is where the chap is. It's in the little details, which means that it's the small nuances that almost seem like nothing, but it's right there. That means that everything else is already one with oneness. Everything else is already connected. When we still had to do the big work as manabayas and all that, it means there were still huge chunks of consciousness that wasn't aligned with Atzmas, with whatever it is, Eibishter. Let's just say Eibishter. With our Father, our Creator, our flow from manifestation, but now that it's in the little nuance, it's in the little detail, it's a snap of a finger. It's standing, being present for a second, and say, like, I am not a separation, I am just a manifestation, I'm a continuation of the touch, the hand of Eibishter. He stretched his hand out 600,000, so to speak. It's more than that. It's not even a hand. It's more. It's machshava. It's all about machshava. Literally, we were born out of that thing that holds, that is the thing. Eibishter Atzmas, the thing, this massive power, whatever you want to call it, and Tachas Apshitas, all the stuff, everything. We are right out of his brain. It's his super intense consciousness. So in order for us to chap it, that's the squeeze we go through, and it takes the Mashiach, which is chutz miyakis, like us, that have azes and passion, and taking that passion, and you can snap the finger and get into that, to the ekev, to the little detail, and find yourself present. Find yourself present in a space of flow, connection. I'm doing my work, I'm connecting, I'm in communication with something, not just bricks and blocks. There is something moving over here. What does it mean to me? Where is it coming from? What do I feel? Dvekas, being dovik, connection to spouse, connection to children. These are all projections, manifestations, not projections, manifestations, and projections. It's what you project on your child, that's what he's going to be. It's what you project on your spouse, that's what he's going to be. It's an Ezer Connector. It's an Ezer Connector. It's a mirror. It's the way I show up. It's the way it shows up. Yes, you may have the louder voice, so that's why you're gonna have the last word. Your vibration is strong, but ultimately you're not in flow. It has to be perfectly aligned, giving space for the other side also, for the less strong vibration. Everything is nitzchi. Everything is complete all the way to the top. So we have Akev, we have it in the little details, Vahoya, which is Vav K Yud K, and we are in the process right now of turning the Vav into a Yud. Turning the Vav into Yud means Akya, Yud K, Yeh. Vayamahu Yeh. Hashem Echad, Ishma Echad. So what does it mean? Yeah, that we're going from the 6 middas, we are evaporating the middas, because we're going to, Akev, Ayin Kav, Ayin is 70, which is the seven middas. Each one of them is made out of 10. So our avodah here is to be mavada the middas, and the way we're mavada the middas is with bittul, with anova. It's all over this week. Ikvase Mashiach, all over the Chassidish Svarim. So it's about anova. It's about a bittul, humility, which is, what does it mean, bittul and humility? You shouldn't let people step on you. No, that's the opposite of being a flow. But once again, that's Shchinta Begelisa. Shchinta has to be happy, simcha. What we're talking here about is so going into this week's Tanya. So bittul is that Yaakov is midas Rachmanis, Ekev. Once again, we're talking about Yaakov, Kulakam Chashiva, Kame. Nothing is as anything, and then the whole world is created from different Tzimtzumim programs, Alav Bais, different Sirufim that manifest, that put out this projection. And these projections, there are many projections, but this projection, being a Yid and Ekev Yaakov, is being fueled by Chelik Rakam Mal Mamish, very intense flow that's able to change realities, that's able to have bechira, to choose that trach good wird sein good, and if your life is still not good, don't look at it as my life is not good. Rather, I'm still figuring out how to manifest, how to project. I'm still figuring out how to accept myself from a place of positivity, from a place of complete anova and bittul, which means that if I am aligned with myself, then I will project flow. Because everything is an azer, everything is coming back at me. If I smile, it smiles back at me. Now, as long as my life is still not where I need it to be, that means that I'm still not projecting 100%. There's still parts of me that I don't like. There's still parts of me that they're ugly, that need fixing. Maybe it tells us, Alter Rebbe, how do we do this? To be Ma'or Rachmim Rabbim, because Yaakov the Ekev has such a, it's so bottom, that there really isn't much that I can do. There isn't much that I can do to change it. We're deep. We're all the way at all the garbage is at the bottom. That's where we're at right now. So the only if I get into negotiation with this, there isn't enough air to change for me to make a difference. I'm not going to finish it. Tells us the Alter Rebbe Chassidus, Torahs from this consciousness, that it's Ma'or Rachmim Rabbim. Just look at yourself and say, look, what a pity. I'm coming, I have such potential. I have such a creativity. I can apply myself in so many powerful ways, but here I am stuck dealing with this, with nonsense, aggravation, frustration, and it's not yours. It's once again, it's the parts that need a bidder. So, Ma'or Rachmim Rabbim. Have compassion on yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. and start looking at the stuff that you did make change in, the stuff that you are changing in your life, the positivity. And enough with the cry. Check in with the positivity. Start threading water in a positive way instead of burning Eish Zar to give Yanikin. So this week is Shabbos Mavarach from Chodesh El. Now this is real. This is a whole new appreciation for Chodesh El. Once we learn Chassidus and we understand what's going on, we get into the flow of the energy of the communication of what's happening, coming out of the Drei Wochen of an El Tammuz and of. It was intense, tuned into the heat, which humbled us all. I mean, everybody gets humbled over the summer with all the expenses and everything. Everybody gets humbled. So we're living in Lego world, so that's how we get the message. It's not that you are stressing out. You are going through a humbling experience. And, the kids are away and feeling what, I miss him, don't miss him. It's an emotional, it's down to earth. It's hot. So now you're humbled. Now you're going in the king in the field, Elul. We're going to be benching the month of Elul. It can't come soon enough, and it's coming. We're already 40 days now before Rosh Hashanah, before the beginning. The button is going to be pressed again. So we have time to prepare. There's enough time to prepare. Baruch Hashem for that. Bezrat Hashem, there should be proper alignment. We need to send in energy so we can put out, right? There has to be a flow. So if everybody can tune in and help create to download, to bring down this massive light that we have the potential to do. It's as much as the vessel is sending up, is as much as the vessel it's as much as the vessel puts out, that's what's going to be received back. You got to trigger it. You got to pull the trigger. It's the way you pull the trigger with the intention, boom, that's what's going to be coming back. So Tafshin, Pei Aleph, Pei Base, we have Aleph Base, we already have the Oisias, Gimel was starting to play, you're having the language already, you're understanding what you need to do. So Elul is the Meirachimim, it's the Melech Basada, it comes in, he comes down literally with us, he's here. And as the Alter Rebbe says also, Ani Havaya Lo Shinisi, it's an important point, that after everything is said and done, with all the tzirufim and all the different alignments and different cheshbonis, I have not changed. Ani Havaya Lo Shinisi, I am still remain unchanged. I'm untouched. This is all just my machshava. It's one thought. Created all that, and 10 oisies created all that. Boom, done. The rest of the time, there's nothing. There's nothing. It's nothing. It's that type of power, that type of energy, that type of expansion. We have no asaga in, but which means that in the background, he's right there. He's not. Yes, there's all the tzirufim of the Kabbalah in this way and that way. Yudke and Adna and all that stuff and all the deeds, but Saf, that is the avodah. So we finally brought this consciousness now that we chapped that all I need is he's right here. Ani Havaya Lo Shinisi. Which means that thing pressing on your back, that thing pushing you on your back, that is Eibishter. He's touching you. Sorry, there is not so rough, that doesn't grab you with his hands. And you know what? He does that too, because when you're in relationship, you're grabbed. That is Shechina, that is it. That's his expression, once again. As soon as we start clearing up the das, we start clearing up the layers from the back of the head, we'll be able to be in more yichud, to have less humor about it, sarcasm, and take it real. It's not, we're not giving musar here, just it's alignment. We're waking up, Akev, the bottom. And we're doing amazing work. And it really takes a lot of chutzpah to do this work, really to apply Chassidus in a way of action, in a full-on war of I want to be aligned. Rather, what's the truth? What is my truth? Whatever your truth is, what's my truth? We were talking about it the other day. It's if you feel like expressing, but do 10 push-ups and feel your body pumping, and now you're bringing in this energy into the world. You don't have to, if you can't do the Blad Gemara and you feel excited, you can't sit down and do Chassidus and you have a moment, just do that. Just turn on energy and let your body send that out. Send out positive flow. It's going to come back. It comes back. It starts. It goes out. It starts hitting and does all amazing stuff. So Shabbos Mavarchem, Melech Basada, we're going into Yemei Rachamim. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel a certain happiness, like a certain classiness. It's a different type of. It's Melech Basada. We're going to blow the shofar, which is a way of communication beyond speech, beyond oisias. There's no letters. It's just a voice. Koil de Mamadaka. And already Yitzchak already did it from the aisle, from the oila, which he was supposed to be. That's already sitting up there at the highest levels of where light is just so intense that there is zero expression for us. But they planted something up there. Akaidas Yitzchak. It's planted up there. So when we blow the shofar, it communicates with that. They had it figured out. All we got to do is to make it to them. That's how the Eibishter created. He manifested through them in Merkava. So we got to go to them. And once I'm there, they took care of the rest already. They did all the heavy lifting for us. Like we're talking here about sacrificing a son, which is okay, I'm nothing. You can't. There's no pain. There's nothing there. You feel nothing. You're zero. There's afer ve'efer. No food. There's that's the level. So completely translucent with Boyer, the way he wanted the Chesed and Gura to show up, and then Yaakov. So we got to make it to them. How do you make it to them? Chesed, says the Rebbe today, give tzedakah. Yaakov is the B'rei Chatichen, and we have to be mamshech rachmim rabim, and that is by giving tzedakah. Because you have your energy put into the money that you worked, you put in your energy, now the energy is in the paper, and now you are giving that to somebody else, you're machaya that person, and this is the ways of the Eibishter, because he gives us free matnas chinam. How far are we misaligned, and he still allows us to walk around and breathe from his energy while he's feeding us. Yeah, so Shabbos Mavarchem, say to Tehillim with the intention of that you should just be aligned. You should chap ani avaya lo shenisi, to chap on simplicity, tapping into your compassion, to your kindness, and just get lost in there. Get lost in there for the next 60 days until after Tishrei. Okay, the Degel Machne Ephraim is talking here about Mamin Amuna. It has to be Mchadash Betuvi B'chol Yom Tamid. B'chol Yom Bri Chadasha. B'chol Olam Brim Chadashim. And you have to be Mispala, Shevach V'Adah, L'mishabara Hakel, daven for your nefesh, Ishto Yibanav Al Panasase, V'chol Tov. You should daven for your nefesh, for your wife, for your kids, and on your parnasa. In other words, just connect from your stomach, just connect to it, ask. If you don't believe b'emunah shalema, shakadosh baruch hu b'chadash v'chol yom ma'aseh bereishis, atfila v'mitzvos nasan etzle b'davar yoshem v'rogla v'nimis etzle dabar dvarim achodim b'chol yom v'yom. If one does not believe that every second is a new creation, and you are part of the creation, and you are creating it, which means that if it's not good, then is pumping not good intention, because we're still under enslavement of Pare, and he receives that reverberation. So you have to daven, and you have to believe it. You have to tap into that innocence, and when you tap into that innocence, that's where you find pshittas. That's where you find tachas apshittas. Tachas apshittas is the boires, but tachas apshittas. He has no no agenda. It's simple, as much as so. The closest we can get is by having emunah. Ani mam emunah shalem. I'm just a tamim, and that's where the magic happens. Says the Degel Machne Ephraim, the Enikol from the Moshe. All right. Have an awesome Shabbos. Okay. Peace and love.